When you're chronically in that panic mode, you don't think and react from a balanced point of view. You think and react in extremes. Hi everyone, it's Jaden. Welcome back to my channel where I share my insights and information on health, fitness, and just overall self-improvement and optimization. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about the state of mind that you could be in if you're going through a health crash, anxiety disorder, hormonal imbalance, and my experience with it and how I dealt with it. Let's just get right into the video. So first things first, I'm not a doctor or a therapist. I'm just here sharing my experience for educational and research purposes. Please consult with your own doctor before taking on any type of health advice. So whether if your anxiety is caused by a hormonal imbalance or it's just caused by you having mentally been overloaded, or like a traumatic event has happened, or a mixture of everything, and it's caused you to have an anxiety disorder. More information on all that, you can check out my other videos. I will link it in this video. If you're going through that, anxiety disorder is that you are in fight or flight mode. Imagine being chased by a monster or some kind of scary thing. What you feel like in that moment. You're panicked, your senses and your thoughts and emotions, how you feel, everything is heightened. When you have an anxiety disorder, it's happening to you chronically. So you're not just being scared for like a couple minutes and you are then done. You're mentally and you're physically just are chronically in that state. And for some of us, when I went through it was like 24 hours a day. And it went on for, weeks and months. So you have to remember that when you're in this state, you're gonna think and feel different. So I get a lot of comments and questions about they're feeling better, and then all of a sudden something will happen, like a symptom will come back up, and they'll perceive that as something really horrible, or they'll panic again. And what we have to remember, and I have to remind myself this too, is that when you're chronically in that panic mode, you don't think and react from a balanced point of view. You think and react in extremes. I've covered this in other videos, but you could have a symptom, and if you were balanced, you would just register that you have the symptom and it's not something that you want to have, and you just continue down the path of recovery because that's the path you're on. But unfortunately, part of the struggle is that you are trying to recover from this anxiety disorder, and it causes you to chronically be amped up. Your thoughts are going to be more like, oh my God, what is this symptom? And why have I not gone, past this? And I thought I was getting better and now I'm not. And it's hard because that is you in that moment. So you kind of have to retrain yourself and step away from that and kind of feel awkward. You're going to have to feel awkward to just kind of set it down and set that obsessive mind down and walk away. It doesn't feel right because in that moment, all your chemicals and everything is charged up to want to obsess and want to, freak out and want to solve because, fight or flight. You want to solve a problem, or you want to get away, or, it's very urgent. But if you continue to do that, all you're doing is reinforcing that fight or flight. So you're gonna have to, at some point, train yourself to relax, set it down, and walk away from your obsessive thoughts, from your analyzation, obsessive thinking, trying to figure something out, trying to solve something. You kind of just have to accept that that's where you're at and continue on with the healing and recovering. And in time, it will become the next logical step that you will reach a balance. Same thing when you feel something good in that state of mind, it's just extremely good. So you'll go from being in extreme panic to, sorry, there's a plane. I'll just let it pass first. You'll go from extreme panic and stress and obsessiveness to this extreme excitement and oh my God, I feel so much better. I am back and yay. And a lot of times I get comments and questions on like, last week I felt great, I was myself, and then this week or yesterday I was myself, and today I feel stressed. Well, if you're saying that, most of the time you're not well yet. I know it's hard to hear, but because part of the way you would feel if you're completely recovered and you're like really doing well and you're making a recovery is that it feels very logical. It doesn't feel like it's something to be overly excited about. It feels more like, yeah, I've been doing the work and it feels logical to me that I'm gradually feeling better and I'm not obsessing and my symptoms are less. It's more like that. It's not going to be like, whoa, my symptoms are gone and I feel so much better. And that's such a sign that you are still in that like extreme period and you are still in the midst of trying to recover from that. So it's a really good thing to keep in mind. I definitely struggled with this in the beginning, phase 2 and part of phase 3. So, and it's an easy rabbit hole to go down to, like, because then you get frustrated. Because then you're thinking like, not only are you stressed and having extremes, you're adding this new element of like, why the fuck am I not getting better? This is getting frustrating. You're adding more frustration, which equals more stress. And guys, I really want to motivate and inspire you out away from that, because that's not going to help you. Continue to wash your hands in the same dirty water. The water is going to get dirtier. You kind of just have to step away. Sometimes too much trying to solve something or obsessive over something for too long, it isn't going to help. Just practice deep breathing in those moments, relaxation, and really practice the ability to set down a conversation that you're having with in your head, or like obsessiveness in that moment, and just walk away and be okay with it, and see what happens. Because what will happen, and this is from experience, is that if you practice that enough, it has less power on you, and you freak out less and you stress less, which then means your symptoms are less, which means you're faster on the way to recovery. At first, it's very awkward and uncomfortable because you're so used to, problem, obsess, extremes, and then extreme happiness, and then extreme setbacks, and then you're just in a loop. So you're used to that. So walking away from something in the midst of obsessiveness and just saying stop and go on with your life and your recovery, it feels awkward, but it won't be awkward after you practice it. Okay, if you consistently practice that, it will become your new way of dealing with it, and you'll feel comfortable in that. And when you feel that, you're gonna really feel a big surge in leaping forward in your recovery. Guys, I know there's a lot of complicated details. It's hard to cover, obviously, everything in every video. Definitely try to check out my other videos and my playlists on the subject. Maybe it could help you. I am working now pretty intensely on coming up with a full detailed course that I could put out for you guys. I'm definitely receiving more and more emails and questions every day, every week. I think the next step for me would be coming up with something that's more details on video that's available for you guys who, you guys can tap into. So I'm working on that. Stay tuned for that. It might take me a few weeks or maybe a month or so to get that out, but I'm definitely working on that. Continue to post questions, comments down for me. If you have them, I will get to them as soon as I can, and you can reach out to me through my Instagram account as well. I just want to say that I believe in you guys, that you can get over this. Those of you who are struggling and challenged by this type of health crash recovery, with time, you really will make your recovery. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and share my videos with others. That would really help me expand my audience. If you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. I now have PayPal Donate, so if you're interested in that and you want to support my channel, you can click on the link in my comment section as well as the upper right hand corner of my channel homepage. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. As always, remember, it's never too late to optimize yourself, and you can always start right now. Until next time, I'm Jaden Christopher, and I'm wishing you a thriving day. Bye.